About this. We've been talking to other countries within the European Union about this, and while we continue to sit around the EU table, this will be something that will be discussed at the European Union table, and obviously we'll make our views known there. Mr. President, thank you.
Can you share your views with us? Your position on
Look,
it?
we have been discussing this with Germany. The President has made clear his concerns about what is happening. Angela Merkel made her position clear. Within the European Union, there are discussions to be held on this issue of Nord Stream 2, and we're talking to other countries within the European Union. And I think the President said earlier, in response to a question about a future meeting he was going to have, that he'd tell you what was happening after that meeting. And you will see what comes out from the European Union. And while we're a member of the EU, because we still are until the 29th of March 2019, and then we're leaving.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just about 50 minutes in length there, a lot longer than we expected. The Prime Minister of the UK, Theresa May, and the U.S. President, Donald Trump. And good morning, everybody. On a Friday morning, I'm Bill Hemmer, live here in New York, along with Sandra Smith. And Sandra, good morning to you. Take your pick. What headline you want to go with first?
Well,
I've got a number here.
Theresa May saying my Brexit deal delivers on the people's vote. The president offering a lot of praise for Theresa May, saying she's doing a terrific job. He's gotten to know her a lot over the past several days and called her a tough negotiator.
Toward the end there, he offered a bit of an apology for a story that was rattling cages from London to New York City overnight last night. And that has to do with the interview that the president did in Brussels at NATO before leaving for London. In the Sun newspaper, part of the sister company of News Corp, by the way, here. He called it fake news and then offered an apology to her earlier today, and apparently her response was, it's just the press. So they are in lockstep on that idea, Sandra.
On the Sun story, the president said, as you said, fake news. I didn't criticize the prime minister. It didn't put in what I said about the prime minister. It's called fake news, and we solve a lot of problems with a good old recording instrument. He said the whole thing was taped. Let's see it. Let's hear it, he said. And on the relationship with the UK and Theresa May, the president said it is the highest level of special.
In addition to that, he said after speaking with them, he talked about breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the Prime Minister, the idea of having a trade deal with the UK after they decide whatever form it is that the Brexit exit takes, it will absolutely be possible. With regard to Vladimir Putin on Monday, he says we go in strong. And I thought, Sandra, his comments about nuclear proliferation were related in a way that I have not heard before. He called it a devastating technology. In addition, Ukraine, Syria, and the issue of Russian meddling in our election of 2016. The nuclear deal may be one of the big headlines we get when we get to Helsinki on Monday. We'll wait for more on that. But with regard to meddling, he said, do not expect, there will be no Perry Mason moment.
Yeah, that was an interesting moment for sure. He was asked by Jonathan Swan at Axios about that meeting with Putin. It was one of the first questions that they received. The president said, we've been extremely tough as a country on Russia. And in that meeting, he plans on discussing Ukraine, Syria, Middle East,